Bournemouth 2, Manchester United 2, or should we say the PGMOL 2, Manchester United 2. I've never seen officiating try to manipulate a game as much as I watched in that game at the Vitality tonight. An absolute disgrace from refereeing in this country yet again. The last time that this combination of referees, the one at Stockley Park and the one on the pitch today, were combined was when they cost Manchester United 2 points in a 2-2 draw by disallowing a goal against Burnley back in January. Lo and behold, tonight it's 2-2 and United, from winning the game comfortably, have actually been denied another 2 points by poor officiating. It's now getting to a point where we cannot look at tactics, cannot look at player performances, cannot even discuss what that game was and where it was won, because it was fully influenced by poor refereeing, shocking refereeing. United weren't great. Bournemouth weren't fantastic. The game was made by set pieces and decisions that were made by the referee. I'm just going to get this one out there straight away here, because this has absolutely boiled my piss to a different level. Honestly, how can the refereeing who were officiating that game, and I'm talking Stockley Park and I'm talking the referee on the pitch there, how can they not see that Ahmad was fouled in the box? So, as it breaks down, Ahmad's launched to the floor to a point where he lands on the ball and nearly disjoints himself in the process. What player is going to make a dive like that when he's nearly injured himself doing it? It's two hands on the player, pulling him and throwing him to the floor. It's a penalty. Bournemouth go down the other end of the pitch and score. At that point, that's 1-0 Manchester United. There's not even a discussion to have on the Cunha foul and the penalty for Bruno Fernandes. Stone wall penalty. Pulled his shirt back right in front of the referee. How the referee has not even looked at that on VAR, because that's a crucial moment in that game. Bournemouth go down the other end of the pitch and score a goal from that penalty decision not being given. And then, and this is where you have to argue, some people will even say, Ahmad's gone down a bit easy there, and the ref's not going to give that. It's not going to be overturned. Even if you wanted to argue that until you're blue in the face, you cannot argue the fact that Maguire's contact on the Bournemouth forward at the other end, which got him a red card and gave a penalty to Bournemouth, was worse than what happened to Ahmad. You cannot argue it. It's an absolute farce, the refereeing in this country. The amount of decisions that have cost teams and big moments as well. Credit to Manchester United for battling that out and actually getting the draw out of the game there, because that was a Manchester United win. No, we weren't great, like I said. There's issues with certain players. The depth is a big, big problem. Manuel Ugarte coming on the pitch. Obviously, Mason Mount can only play 5 minutes. He's there, ready to come on. We can't bring him on because Carrick won't use him because he has to nurse him through. Obviously, we've lost another centre-back now, so on comes Aidan Heaven. Our centre-back partnership, when we come back from the international break, is Lenny Yoro and Aidan Heaven, unless we bring back Lisandro Martinez, who's been missing for 10 weeks at that point. All of that is there, and is a big issue for United. We just need to battle our way through the rest of this season and get into the Champions League. We're thereabouts. We're going to be in it. We're on 55 points. We are clear of the rest, and we can't be taken in third place, even if results don't go our way this weekend. And it's a good point on paper, because Bournemouth are unbeaten in 11, I think, now, domestically. And going away there is difficult. Liverpool have lost there. Other teams have really struggled there as well. So, on paper, a good result. But Man United had the win. We had the win in the bag. And that there was taken away from us by the officiating. It's absolutely unbelievable. That game there was fully determined by what the referee wanted to happen. Michael Carrick, I love the guy, I do. But, like I said, it might just be me, this, but how he stayed so calm in that situation. And do you know what? There's a bit of me that says, well done, Michael Carrick, because I probably would have been arrested by running on the pitch for that referee, or going to the fourth official and tapping on his head and saying, are you not looking at that? Are you not looking at that at VAR? I'm like, what has the game come to? Where Harry Maguire gets a red card and gives a penalty away for a tap on the player, and Ahmad gets launched to the floor with two hands to the floor and gets nothing. 2-0, Manchester United win. United comfortably heading for Champions League football. But no, the PGMOL has had their say. That's my point on the refereeing, and that determined the game. It has overshadowed everything else that we can analyse from that game itself. Brian Mbeumo is not a number 9. Ahmad was poor. How Brian Mbeumo was brought off before Ahmad, I have no idea. It should have been Ahmad off and Sesko on and Brian Mbeumo put back in his right position. I think he's a bit of a scapegoat at the moment, Brian Mbeumo, and I feel a little bit sorry for him. He's not playing well, but he's not in his right position. Ahmad's just as bad in his right position, not doing enough for me. And look, Ahmad should have got us a penalty there, which would have clearly won us the game. And that was it, game over. And there's their crucial moments. Credit to Matthias Cunha for creating that wonderful moment where he brought the ball down and got that penalty. Well done, Bruno. Again, another goal. I'll give him another assist for the own goal. Another great corner from him as well. Another goal from a set piece for Manchester United. We are utilising that very, very well. We're scoring plenty of goals, but there are frailties all over the pitch. Thank God for Senna Lamens in goal. He just looks steady as anything, and we're not nervous at all. Literally, Bournemouth had to put balls in the corner of the goal. We give nothing away easy. And Bournemouth, we're unlucky with that ball that hit the bar from Scott as well, where it ricocheted back off Senna Lamens. It could have gone anywhere. At that point, I actually thought our luck was in and was going to get away with it. But no, up steps the referee. And like I said, every time I start to talk about the game itself, I get deterred and I get put off by things that the referee did in that game that he completely got wrong. And it doesn't matter what I say, because all anybody cares about is what the referee has done in that game there. Man United, like every other team in that top 6 at the moment, are battling it out against decent sides in this Premier League. They are battling it out and they're grinding their way to the Champions League places. And the referees are influencing them. I've just said it there then. Them same two refereeing duos, Stockley Park and on the pitch, the last time that they were together against United, they corrupted us again. They beat us again by giving poor decisions that shouldn't have stood. And I say that, it's probably not the right word to use, but I say that because it was brought back and proved to be not a foul that Lisandro Martinez did when we scored that goal at Burnley, which would have been 2 more points. And tonight, again, it's a foul on Ahmad. It's a penalty to United. That's 2-0 Manchester United at that point. We then might go on and get that 3rd goal. United should be absolutely buzzing tonight, having gone off that pitch with a 2 or 3-0 win. Yet the referee has made it a 2-2 draw. And he still managed to play nearly 11 minutes of injury time. Where did that come from? And once again, I'm being dragged back into refereeing decisions when I should be analysing the game. I mean, I've heard that Bruno Fernandes has called out the referee. Thank you. Referee, VAR, that's needed calling out. And thank God our captain has done that. So hopefully Michael Carrick says something in the press conference as well. Because I think United were robbed tonight. We were absolutely robbed by absolutely shocking refereeing. It has to stop. It has to stop now. Otherwise, we're going to get to a point here where this just absolutely kicks off and teams end up walking off the pitch because they cannot control the games of football anymore. That's how serious it is now. I'm saying that's going to happen, of course, but that's what people are going to be thinking. Someone's going to make a rash decision on the pitch because the referee has lost control of it. And people are getting angrier and angrier on the pitch. And there's more chance of danger to another player because players have lost the plot because the referees are not going by the rule book. That's a foul on Ahmad anywhere else on the pitch. Bournemouth don't score. United go 2-0 up. It's game over. No, it's turned into a spectacle because they score from that moment. And of course, then the red card on Harry Maguire for an incident which was nowhere near as severe as the one on Ahmad. And that's all I've got to say. Jeopardy caused by poor officiating. And it's not just United. I'm not just bitching about United tonight. There's a lot of teams that will say exactly the same thing about what's going on. This has been the worst season ever for officiating in the Premier League. An absolute joke. Credit to Man United for dragging out a draw out of that. The talk will all be about the referees. Let me know what you think. Get your comments in below. Hit the like button, of course. Make sure you subscribe to Forever United TV as well. I'll see you all in the next one, everybody.